Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another tool review. If you like tool reviews or car lid content, kind of like this thing behind me or any of our other projects, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below and like the video. That's right, we are back with another tool review, and this time the team from TOPDON reached out to me again and asked if I'd like to take a look at one of their battery chargers. I had reviewed one of their jump boxes a couple of months ago. You can look at that video up here somewhere. And pretty good product. Take it on road trips, when I'm going out and about, places where I may wind up with a dead battery and I don't want to get stranded. So what did they send me this time? They sent off the TB8000 battery charger. It does 6 volt, which is great for the old Chevy down in the shop, and 12 volt batteries. And that was something I was lacking, was a good charger for the older 6 volt cars. So let's go ahead, take it out of the box and see what it looks like. But first, this disaster of a workbench needs to get cleaned up. Alrighty, that's a little better. Here we go, the TOPDON TB8000 battery charger and voltage monitor. Alrighty, let's open her up here, take a first glance. I have not yet opened it up. You can tell because that crease wasn't there before. And let's see what we've got. Have our charger. Got a baggie for it. It's kind of nice. And the instruction manual, which, you know, history has proven I should probably look through this at least once. So we have our charger here right off the bat. We do have a digital display up here, a monitor of the percentage charged, power button, mode settings. So let's quick look through this book and see what these buttons do. Alrighty. Got their handy dandy book here. I'm going through this the same time you're all with me, so I've not looked through this yet. We've got different modes here: 12 volt, cold charge, lithium battery, small batteries, 6 volt, and a repair mode for 12 volt batteries. So let's see. We have our mode button to change between our different battery types, which should display up here. Okay to confirm. Yep, so once you plug it in, we'll have different options up here. Charge values, so where it should be, where it's at, charging icon, the charge mode you're in, and there's a 9-step smart charging process that appears. Now this here means we've got power on the unit, and this here is our error indicator. I'm guessing if it is connected in reverse, or if it has if the battery has an error. So let's just plug this into something. I'm going to start here with our Ford Fiesta project. We're almost done with that. You can check out somewhere again up here for that series. Basically, it was just supposed to be a quick rebuild, put the front end back on, and it turned into a longer project due to weather, mainly frozen winters in Minnesota and not having a good place to paint. Anyways, back to the point here, if I can unwrap these things. Looks like we also have an inline fuse holder for added protection, so that's nice. We've got our positive here, we've got our ground back here. If I can get my hands back here. Now we're in our 12 volt normal mode, but we can change through our cold battery, our 12 volt lithium ion, our small battery, so if we're doing something like power sports or lawn tractor, something like that. And this probably isn't going to display too good on the screen, maybe it will. 6 volt charger, 12 volt repair, and this looks like your smart icon, I believe. Yep. So we'll go ahead and let's just throw it on the 12 volt normal for right now and hit OK. should go ahead and read where we're at for voltage. All right, so we're actually reading about 12.7, and we're only putting in about half an amp, a little more than half an amp of charging right now, so I guess it is pretty full. Still it's showing it's about 25%, so it's reading and determining, well, we've got voltage. We do need to give it some more juice to get it up to where it should be. So I'm going to let this thing sit here and do its thing for a while, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, you can tell it has gone through its paces and determined the battery is just over 13 volts and does not need any additional charge. So that's pretty cool. There is in the instruction manual here a page that shows the different charging modes from diagnosis to desulfation, charging, analysis and whatnot, and it'll determine what it needs to do based off its little smart scanning of the battery. What I want to do now is take it down to the shop, plug it into the 52 Chevy that I know has a older 6-volt battery. It's probably going on 7 years old now, and yeah, 7 years old or so, thereabouts. So I want to put it on there and see what it does, and I also want to go put it over on our 2015 BMW X5 we're wrapping up, because that came into me with a low battery, and a few times I've gotten into it, it has warned me about a low battery and to charge it. Now, of course, it's been sitting in the shop for a while because it hasn't run, because it might catch on fire. Details. But we're going to go ahead and plug it into that too and see what the results are. So let's go do that now. Alrighty, we're down here in the shop, plugged in, excuse my shadow. Now, we've got our modes. Go find our 6 volt normal. Go and plug our leads in. There we go. And hit OK. See if I can get us out of the shadows a little bit here. There we go. Nope, I'm still shadowed. I've got more lights to put in. It's always something. See if this works. There we go. You can see here again we're going through the same process. The battery was already at about a little over 6 volts. And again, we're ramping up, going through the different phases. We're in phase 4 now. So maybe we are good. We don't have to cook these for very long. Stage 5. Now this is a 8 amp charge capacity on this unit here, so we're not going to have the same boost modes or something like a larger charger, but for something to keep handy for always making sure your batteries are charged and maintained, this certainly looks to be a good deal so far. And, you know, also I do have most of these things on a maintainer over the winter time, but you know, sometimes you unplug one charger for something else, or cord gets unplugged, or batteries just kind of freeze out here in the shop, because as you see, we still don't have insulation yet. But by and large, this is working quite well so far, actually. I do like that it'll work here on our Chevy, which is a 6 volt system, like I said. We've got our Mustang over there, our old Spitfire, Challenger, 1 BMW, 2 BMW, the pickup. So we have plenty of different vehicles to try it on, and the pickup actually has 2 12 volt batteries in it. So I'll probably see sometime, not in this review, but I want to see how that does, if it handles both batteries together, since they are wired in together in the pickup, or if I should charge them separately. But looks like we are wrapping up the charging here on this battery here. You can see we are almost done, and it says we're almost charged. So that's great. I'm gonna go ahead and wander over to the X5 here in just a minute, and I'll plug it in there and see where we're at. If there's one of the cars that's low, it's probably gonna be that one. We'll see. All right, so we're over here on the X5. I'm gonna change this mode to the 12 volt normal. And hit OK. Now this actually has two batteries in it as well. There is a start battery and an accessory battery. I would assume this battery, what we're plugged into here, is going to hit our main start battery. You can see here we're also actually not too bad on voltage, so maybe I'm better off than I thought. And again, you can see it going through the various steps in charging and topping off the battery. And I'll probably just leave it on down here for a while and let it do its thing. Otherwise, if you want to get at the second battery, those are both located in the cargo area under the rear storage area and a couple of plastic beauty covers. But for now, we're just going to leave it hooked up like the normal person would do, especially if they were just going to let it sit and charge overnight, for example. So don't mind the family of birds that have moved into the eaves outside the shop here in our lean-to. But my quick review here so far with this TOPDON TB8000 chargers, it looks like a solid unit. The construction, the weight, it just feels sturdy, doesn't look cheap plastic, everything fits together nice, it's trimmed out well. The same thing I realized, or the same thing I experienced with the jump pack that I've got from them. It just seems like a solidly sturdy built unit. I've had my jump pack out and around, it's been knocked around a little bit, and it's held up very well. I don't have any problem with that one, and I don't expect to have any issues here. Again, the main factor that I really liked about this unit was, well, a couple of them actually. For me, the 6-volt charging for the Chevy, which you're sitting on, that was probably one of the key factors that drew me to it. And secondly, the different modes, whether it's a battery repair. Now I've got the golf cart we've got has a battery repair mode on it, but of course that's just for the golf cart. Doesn't do us a whole lot of good here. So having a battery maintenance or recondition feature is pretty awesome in my mind. And also that it has those multiple modes to go through for kind of sensing, analyzing, diagnosing, and then applying the charge. It looks like it's a pretty smart and intuitive device to charge up to what your battery needs versus just the older styles that you plug it in and it just cooks the battery. So this looks like it's going to be a good deal to keep around here in the shop, and definitely I'll put a link below for it. Check it out for yourself if you're interested. Alrighty, it looks like the battery is pretty well settled in here and is getting just about a 6 amp charge. And while we do have the voltage there, it does need a little more juice in it. So when you press that little button on the dash, the magic happens just as you would expect from driving a BMW. Alrighty, back up here in the garage, wrapping things up, and I'm going to go ahead right off the bat and say this looks to be a good product so far. I don't have hours of experience with it yet, but based on what I've seen compared to other chargers I've had in the past, this looks like it's going to hold up for me here. I will say TOPDON did reimburse me for picking this up off of Amazon, so I guess you could say they provided the product to me. If it wasn't a good product, I would definitely say so. And I've had other vendors reach out to me and ask if I wanted to try out a product, and I haven't, because either it's not a good fit for my content, or the product I didn't think would last very well. So if I'm showing a product on here, it's something that I'm going to use around the shop and I'm going to keep using. And if I run into any issues, I'll definitely let you guys know. So with that being said, thank you for watching. If you want to watch more tool reviews or more car content, please hit that subscribe button below, comment on the video. What are your opinions? What do you think about chargers like these? They're nice, they're small, they're handheld and portable compared to the giant rolling boost boxes. What do you think? Is this something you can see using in your garage or shop from time to time? Let me know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon in the next video. Bye-bye.